The first time I met this electrical fire, I was taken in the spirit realm, and I was taken in a vision. And as I was taken in the spirit realm, I said, God, what is this? He took me into a huge stadium. As I was in the stadium, I said, where is this? And he would not tell me where I was, but I saw thousands and thousands of people. It was so much people that I could not count them. But as we were in that stadium, there came a man to the podium. Some of you have heard me share this before. And in the vision, the man came to the podium and he said, today, as he was speaking a strange language. But somehow I could understand the language he was speaking. His mouth never opened, but yet he was making a grandiose announcement. And he said, today, we have come, because my spirit was interpreting as he was speaking some type of language that I've never heard before. He said, today, we have come, and we have come to anoint and to ordain a sacred one, a chosen one. I say, oh my God. I say, isn't this amazing? I am at an inaugural. I came to an inaugural service. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God. I begin to talk to all the people that were with me. I was not sitting at the front. I was sitting all the way at somewhere midway in the arena, and I was even through an aisle, and my people that were with me were thinking to themselves, how could somebody as important as Prophetess Nottage, how could they sit away in the back here? And they were very disturbed. Me, I was so excited that I was to an inaugural service for somebody. So I began to thank God. Then he said, the person do not know yet who they are. I said, what? I said, oh my God, this is so exciting. That person who's about to be ordained and inaugurated don't even know today is their day. Oh my God. I was so excited for the person. And then all of a sudden, he began to come down from the podium. One step, two steps, and he walks all the way through the arena. And then we said, he's coming this way. Oh, the person is sitting somewhere in this area. So we are even more excited for the person. And then he comes to the end of the row where I was sitting. And he stops. And when he stops there, we say, he's stopping. I'm in the second row, but I'm on the end of the second row, behind the people in the front row. So all the people in the front row start saying, because they think it is them right now. And I'm getting excited for them. Only to discover now, he begins to walk through the aisle to where I was sitting. I said, this is a true story. As today is today, I am telling you. And I don't know how many times I've shared this. Maybe one time before now. People of God. But watch what began to happen. He comes through the aisle where I was, and then he stops. And he stands right in front of me. And he says, Mattie. But I will not tell you the name he called me. It's not my biological name. He called me by my heavenly name. By my divine name. My God. He called me by my heavenly name. And I'm not at liberty to tell you what that name is. But he calls me that name. And I say, he say, the Father has need of you. And the Father has sent for you. Today is the day that we have come now. And when he spoke those words to me, I say, no. I say, you have the wrong person. I say, please continue to walk until you find the person. He said, no, today is the day. We have come to get you. And now is your day. I said, no. I'm not ready. I said, please understand, I am not ready. I have to prepare. You know, see, I have all my notes. I've not finished writing. And I began to talk about all these different things that I need to do. I need to pray more. I need to fast more. Please give me some more time. He says, no. His voice sounded like a harp, like the voice of many waters. Are you people hearing me? And as I am sitting in the chair, he stretched his hand out to lift me from the chair, and I did something. Oh my God. I said no, and when I went to escape his hand, I came off the chair and I was on the ground now, and I was still telling him no, and he said it is time. And when he went to reach his hand down to take me from the ground, it was like a million bolts of lightning that came out of his hands into this hand.
Hallelujah! Yes, Jesus! Hallelujah!
I don't think I've shared this one publicly. Huh? I don't know. But it was a million bolts of lightning that struck me in the hand. And I felt like I was paralyzed. I said, I could not move. I said, oh, I am dead. I'm done. Arabasata, this angel, because I know now it was an angel, because it was over 7-8 feet tall, and his hair was shoulder length and curled under. His garment was white, crisp white, and he says, come, you will go now. And I'm telling you, as I'm standing here today, people of God, the angel never gripped my hand, because what was in his hand was transferred into me. So what he did was he took his hand and lifted over me like this, and as he lifted over me like this, he picked me up off the ground without ever touching me like that, stood me up on my feet and says, let's go. And he pointed towards the podium in that huge arena, and as he go, he says, go, I will follow you. And as we are walking, I'm still crying, I'm still shaking like a leaf. I can hardly stand. And he says, continue to go. Every time I look back, he said, continue to go. And he pointed me until I reached the state. And I said, please, I don't know what to say. I don't even know what I will do. I have never been this way before. And he says, I will always be with you. This is an angel of God. I'm having an encounter with an angelic being. There were 3 steps. There were several steps, and I can remember specifically 3. As I put my foot on the first step to enter the top of the platform, and I put my foot there, and he says, go, it is time. As I look over my right shoulder, the people, first of all, he had disappeared in thin air. I say, oh. And by the time I went up to the pulpit and turned around, the people that was in the stadium that looked like just figures, that looked like just beings, all became manifested as humans. Are you people hearing me? Yes, and when I say thousands, I am talking about thousands times thousands, millions. I could not see the end of the people. And as soon as I opened my mouth, it was like an outburst of electrical fire that hit the entire arena. And people began to shake like they was in a whirlwind. Like they was in a whirlwind. Rakareho sapraka. Rakaroma kimdalehia. Shakalando. I realized then I had an encounter with God's angel. I came up there. I opened my eye. I felt as though I was still in the arena. I felt as though I was still in the place. I went to move my hands. My hands felt as though it had been dipped in a furnace of fire. My hands felt as though they had been dipped in what? A furnace of fire. And all I tried to control my hands, I could not control the hand. I tried to wrap the hand in a blanket. I could not control the hand. I could not eat anything. I was trying everything. And that day in my life, I can remember to the day like today. It was January 10th. January 10th. And the year was 2010. January 10th, 2010. And January 10, 2010, around 3 p.m., I don't know how long I was in that, caught up in that vision. But I had to wear, they can tell you, for days and weeks, I had to wear a thing around my hand. There were days I could not take the towel, a big cloth, it was wrapped around my hand. I went in church with the cloth. I had to preach with the cloth. I could not take the cloth off. The hand felt like it did not belong to me. I said, what is this you have done to me? I could not. So there are times that you would see even some video footage with me wearing gloves on the hand. Oh, Jesus, you people think everything is fashion. You don't know that God will do something to people. He will do something to you. He will shock you. So I had to keep the hand covered. So there's a certain time, don't worry about it, that I have no choice but to cover the hand. Until I learned sometimes how to adapt to the fire in the hand. But I know for a fact that there's something that happened to me. And God made me know that day. I was calling you to nations. I was calling you to generations. I was calling you to deliver my people. I was calling you as a prophet. Even though he had called me years before then. Even though he had called me long before then. Even though he had called me long before then. I was the age of 16. I first heard the audible voice of God. But in that time, I've had so many encounters. But I'm just telling you tonight, people of God, that God will visit you in some mysterious ways. So he's telling me tonight, tell you people, I want to encounter you. And I want you to encounter me. But are you ready for the encounter? Are you ready for the strange ways? Are you ready for the mysterious ways? Are you prepared to be talked about? Are you prepared to be persecuted? Are you prepared to be laughed at? You don't know me. You don't know me yet. I prayed by Jesus' grace you will get to know. You will get to know. So I was changed. I was changed, totally changed. Totally changed. I was hearing. I was seeing. I was feeling. But I already know that when I touch people, I know that something will happen in their life.
Hallelujah.
Are you people hearing me out there?
Yes, prophet.
Is this too much for you?
No. Prophet, no problem.
Strange, mysterious things what happened in my life. I cannot tell it all right now. I cannot tell it all. I saw the goodness of God. I saw the glory of God. And when those angels, when that angel came, I said, this is an angel. I did not know it was until the encounter was over. And I go back and replay everything. What was transferred to me then, are you understand me?
Yes.
The electrical fire of God. It is not something a man can give you.
Amen.
And it's not something a man can take away from you.
God. Hallelujah.
But I know that I can use this power to deliver you. And there are some things, there are levels, and there are degrees of it that he permits me to transfer to you. Watch out.